Welcome back, Kiwi Yonkers and all other folk to Sunsoul Gaming. Today we have map awareness and repositioning. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, how do you reposition? How do you do it effectively? So today we've got two matches. The first one here is in my Hellcat, and we are on Hellas. I'm quite a big fan of Hellas, especially for repositioning. It's a very diverse map. Lots and lots of hills, lots of different little places you can slip away and move. Now in the Hellcat, I'm just going to pull up to a very kind of aggressive position here at the start. Basically from here I can get shots onto the TDs, I can get shots onto the medium hill out to the left, out to the right, sorry. But my team in this one doesn't seem to know where they want to go. As you can see, we've got that light tank, and he has been very helpful. He pushed right up real early, and he's given my team the advantage of knowing exactly where the entire enemy team is going. Because no heavy, not a single one, has gone over to the heavy route, which means every tank I'm going to fire at here is going to be off to my right. So I'm sitting up here, I'm being patient, I'm waiting, and my other tank destroyer there, the SU-100, he decides he's going to come and join me on my little hill. Now, I had no shots out the other side, I come out this side, I've got shots. Now that VK had just fired, so I wasn't too worried about getting shot. Unfortunately, I do take a hit there from the hill, and I'm just going to pull back, but I'm going to take a couple of shots here. That T1 heavy fired and missed, and I'm just looking for the shots at this point. Like, it's still very early stages in the game. I don't need to be stressing out. Unfortunately, I clipped the rock there, going for the lower plate of the VK, and I take another hit. So we're backing off, and there was another hit that was fired at me just there as well. It hit the dirt just in front of me, but it was getting a bit hot up there. The enemy obviously had their guns trained on me. I'd bled a lot of HP, and there's nothing over the side of the field, so I'm going to reposition. I'm going to get right around the back here, and it's knowing that your position is compromised. You're in a weak spot. When you're in a weak spot, that's when you want to be moving. That's when you want to change position. You basically want to get out of there. If you stay in a weak spot, you're going to end up getting shot. You're going to end up dying. And here, I mean, I've repositioned, I've come around on the side of the enemy, I've hit this KV-1S, and I get a lucky bounce off the gun mantlet there, but I've also got a medium with me now. He's repositioned, he actually saw me coming across here and followed me over. And he actually works really well with me, so kudos to him. And here we go, I'm getting shot again from the hill. That T1 heavy, he's just sitting way back sniping, which is the wrong thing for him to have been doing. He should have been up front with his KV-1S trying to look for a way to push in. Now clearly he had shots on me. I had to reposition. I get myself into this little hill dip here, and I'm just going to use it. There's a one-shot VK down there for me, but at the moment he is not going to be my priority. These guys are giving my team a bit of hassle over there. Now, I just noticed the VK, he is coming around underneath me, he's coming around to the right, and he's going to try and come up behind, as you can see. And my medium tank, he's seen it happening, he's seen me realise it's happening, he's pushed out because he knows he can take a hit, and he's just going to circle this VK, because he knows that he's got my support. Now, I'm not going to get in his way, I'm going to let him back up, I'm going to let him do what he needs to do as a medium tank. Now, I'm going to look for some more shots. As you can see here, the T1 Heavy is pushing towards me. Now, I'm not going to fight him. He's more than one shot for me. I'm only two shots for him, and his reload's better than me. Even at tier 5, I'm not going to take him on in Hellcat. I've got no armor. Now, Kato there in the T-34-85, he's just pushed in. He's got the tank turning, and as you saw, I positioned and moved a totally different way to what he did. And that is what made that little maneuver right there effective. It's not driving straight at the enemy. It's looking for the safe route to get shots. Now I pull up to this position just to try and get a light. Now the Hellcat doesn't have the best view range, but I see nothing, so I'm going to continue around and search for this last guy. And there he is. So that's how to reposition. Don't go towards danger, go away from it, go around, make sure that you've reset your camo so they don't see where you're going to pop up next, and do that effectively, and you will win. So there you see, 2000 damage, not the greatest, but me and the T-34-85 basically carried this whole team. And I mean, that VK, he's clearly done some work and taken out a couple of tanks for us as well, which was useful. So that's a lot of repositioning in that map. Now on this one here, I'm on Kenyon, I'm in the housing, and again, map awareness and repositioning. Now this is absolutely gorgeous. What happens here, I mean, the enemy team, if it wasn't for what I'd done, the enemy would have won. Now you can see there the heavies are going off to the heavy route. This SU-100 here he's going to sit back at spawn, and he's going to try and get shots onto the railroad there in the middle of the map, which is perfectly fine. I've got a medium here with me, and we are going out towards where Cap A would be on Supremacy. And I'm just going to go to one of my favourite little TD spots to get shots again into the centre of the map. So now we've got two guns trained on the centre of the map, myself and the SU-100Y. We've got our heavies pushing with a TD out the heavy route, and they're being very cautious, they're waiting for shots. And I've got a medium with me. Now on my minimap there's one heavy, there's two heavies, there's three heavies. So I'm just going to snap that shot, and I'm not even going to wait around, I'm going to get right out of here. If I was to hang around, I would die. And there you go, they took a pot shot at me, they missed, that's cool. Now there's three heavies, a medium and a couple of TDs. It's going to be a tough fight, so there's no point in staying around. But I know they're going to push, and I know they're going to come down this channel, so I'm just going to get distance. Now, damage for distance is highly underrated. It's a very useful thing to have. If you can stay far enough away that they can't spot you, and you have somebody lighting them up, you can do exactly what I'm doing here. You can take all the shots in the world and basically keep your hit point pool safe. Now this medium, he's doing everything he can to keep himself alive. He's backing out. The SU-100Y, oh sorry, not the SU-100Y, SU-100 that pushed in there. He is also trying to keep himself alive. But the main thing these two are doing is keeping the enemy lit. For me, because I've seen the heavies pushing and I ran away, it's given me all of these free shots. Now we've lost one heavy over the heavy side there. That's kind of unfortunate, and by the looks of it, we're not going to have a medium very long. Oh, there goes a second heavy out the heavy side. So it's looking very weak on both sides of the map, considering we've lost two heavies and a medium. Like, those heavies, they shouldn't have died out there. They were by themselves. Now we've cleared those guys. I've got this SU-100Y who's sitting down on the rock. I know that the last two tanks are just over this ridge, and I know they're going to push for that SU-100Y. So I just rotate to the other side of this rock. And that's the thing about rotation. It doesn't have to be a big rotation. It doesn't have to be a massive movement. Like just there, from one side of the rock to the other, has given me the shots I need to fire into the enemy tanks here. And that is repositioning. It does not have to be massive, but it does have to be active. Now they're pushing in on my SU-100, which means I'm able to push down this way onto the flank, and unfortunately no ammo rack on the Tiger, which is something you always hope for in a Helsing. Their TD, he got absolutely obliterated by our KV-2 across the other side of the map. Good shooting KV-2. Now I know that the Tiger's looking at everybody else, because his teammate just got shot. So I flanked around behind him. Again, I repositioned in the right direction. Now, no idea where his shot there went. But I'm just going to use this dead tank because I don't have much out here. But I do have the hit points to be able to brawl and win against this tiger. And there you have it. Just one thing, right at the start of the match, I noticed the heavies were pushing in, I noticed I was outgunned, and I got out of there. As soon as I saw it happening, I ran. And that was a smart reposition. 3,600 damage just for sitting back and sniping, and because I was aware of the map and where my teammates were. If you like the sound of my voice or the content of my videos, please like and subscribe. Until next time, stay safe, use cover.